Hi, Martin. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Hi, Tim. Thank you for your invitation. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. And it's a pleasure to speak with you about Gaming1, about kind of operators, affiliates. To start off with, though, an easy question. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, your career, and your role at Gaming1?
Yeah, I've been always kind of leaning towards the sports betting industry since my university times. I started as a freelancer for a couple of affiliate websites, and then I've been working for a BetRaider in a very early stage of the evolution of the company, helping to translate the user interface into various languages and doing a lot of small dirty work that nobody from more senior people in the company back in the old days were like willing to do. Uh, I also helped long years Unibet to kickstart the affiliate channel on number of markets. It's been a sometimes bumpy road because it's been a really very early stage of the evolution of the whole gaming, and then like the later regulations like changed the landscape, changed the scope of the activities and the focuses on the different geographical territories, jurisdictions. I spent some time in a biggest Czech sports book, very technologically advanced, and we designed very successful digital marketing, product marketing oriented strategy. Thanks to that, we became number one on the Czech market. When I go now fast forward and I get to the point where I'm now, like in a Gaming1, I joined the company in a summer 2017. It's been a really very interesting challenge at the first sight to join the guys who are having very strong foundation in the land-based, the guys who are producing their own games, but are basically also technology provider and the games provider to other operators. And they are willing to launch own platforms, own sportsbook, own operators brands, and in the joint ventures on many licensed and regulated markets. That was really very attractive for me at the first sight. Because it opens, even with all the restrictions we see now in a gambling industry, a lot of advertising possibilities, much more than you are just like on a .com basis, or with a very restricted license available. We really started to build things from scratch with a very small team. My first focus was actually on affiliate marketing. I'm currently, my role evolved to director of digital marketing and acting as a head of affiliates in the same time. So we are developing the whole scope of the digital marketing with the emphasis on acquisition. An affiliate channel, as we optimized and fixed the basics in early times in 2017, became more and more significant driver of the revenues and the volume for the company. It plays a very important part in the channels mix on the many markets, not only in Belgium, which are a flagship market of Gaming1, but also on other territories. So that's an intro that probably answered maybe also a little bit of the next questions you could probably have.
Yeah. I think it did. So big into sports betting. Do you have a favorite team or athlete, anything like that?
Well, I'm more like into the generations of different clubs, like the generations of the players. But maybe my most favorite teams are Liverpool, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, probably top three.
The first answer was great because I'm a Liverpool fan, but we can allow your other two as well. But yeah, no, like you said, you talked about your career there, and you talked a bit about Gaming1. I mean, I was going to ask you to tell us about Gaming1. You already have, but is there anything more you can tell us in terms of maybe a bit more about the markets, the products you kind of have, that kind of thing?
We have our own platform as an operator, and buying the games also from other providers. The sportsbook is our own in-house product. There's a lot of strategic focus going forward on improving, especially sports betting capabilities. And it's very important because we are going to enter the new markets in 2022, then also in 2023. We're going to be launching a couple of exciting markets in upcoming months. To name one on behalf of the others is French market with our flagship Circus brand. It's going to be Circus Bet in France. And there are a couple of another big ones, but I still keep it in like the more confidential way.
Sure.
But it's one of the most recently regulated markets, also overseas in US, couple of states in upcoming months. Now, our current portfolio, geographically speaking, Belgium, Portugal, Spain, Colombia, Peru, Serbia, and the France with our partner brand in France. The model is our own brand Circus, and then the joint ventures in the different geographical territories with other brands, like it's in Estoril, it's in Portugal.
Yeah,
predominantly casino, very well established brand on the market.
Yeah, for sure. No, that all sounds very, very interesting, especially the joint venture part. When you're looking for, I guess, I'm going to incorporate that into the next question. When you're looking for companies to partner with on the joint venture side, but also you mentioned you're head of affiliates. So when you're looking for good affiliates to work with, what do you look for? What are good qualities in the kind of companies you want to partner with?
I think it's a consistency of communication with affiliates, the potential for building the trustworthiness and the mutual trust. I always mention it to affiliate team, and I'm really proud of what they achieved over the past years. If there is a one KPI which is sometimes probably difficult to quantify, it's 24 hours response rate on any communication query, and to make sure that affiliate partner is aware of the time frame of the potential more complicated and complex technical solution if necessary. I need to knock on the table now and to say, like the last years, we didn't say any significant technical errors on our side. Also, the payments are in a great fashion, in a very timely manner, in between 3rd to 8th day of the month usually. So I think that we have certain operational excellence in-house, and that's very important on our side. So when you are saying what we are looking at when it comes to affiliates, I always prefer to look firstly what we can do better and what we can excel at internally. And it's many times very obvious who is the key player on the market. If it's premium sports betting affiliate like Scores in France or in other markets or in Portugal, if it's Better Collective, of course, on many markets or some other major affiliates. But then you have also very niche, smaller businesses, especially like in Portugal, Apostas Legal guys and some other really niche sites. So we need to make sure that you have a little bit of everything, from the biggest players and then the niche local expertise.
No, that sounds fair enough. Sounds very interesting. And my next question is going to be, obviously, you talked about things you'd like to excel at and things you'd like to always maybe improve internally first. What are the biggest challenges for a company like yourself at the moment? When I've asked this question in the past, people often say kind of the different regulations in different markets, maybe different technical standards. What would be the kind of the main challenges you have to overcome?
I would say that the big challenge is to be competitive. That's why we are putting a lot of emphasis on the product, to be competitive also on side of the affiliates when it comes to conversion rates, retention rates, the average value per customer we can deliver and share with the affiliate partners. When it comes to challenges on the commercial business side, it's mostly how to split the budget in a best possible way in between the different digital channels, and how to allocate the cost on top of the revenue share on the affiliate channel, on affiliate media buying, how to ensure that the profitability and the return of advertising spend in the more complex deals is making sense in the whole mix.
Yeah. How difficult is it to get that balance right? Because obviously you just said there kind of, I'm sure there's lots of different channels, and which ones are kind of your best ones as well?
You cannot rely on single source of truth. I know that there are like big advocates of this approach, and there are many tries of like look at the things through a relatively narrow way, like if it's Google Analytics or if it's some other tracking platform. You always need to have like open head and to see the variety of the ways and attribution models, how you look at the things. And we know that going to the future with all regulations, all GDPRs, all evolution in the cookie tracking aspects, it's going to be more and more challenging. So you need to kind of simplify and decompose the way how you evaluate the return of the spend. We like to look mainly on the net refer typical attribution with like the cookies and the certain period of the duration of the cookie against the purely last click, purely first click, and to see where's this like middle path. It's kind of a permanent optimization. When it comes to value of the channels, you asked about, this industry was built on the balance between the three parts of the triangle: operators, vendors, and affiliates. It's like exceptional industry when it comes to dependency on the affiliate channel and affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
So there is like really robust chunk of the revenues at every established operator coming from affiliate channel. Even the big players with the big brand recognition are taking it very seriously, because we know how affiliates are contributing also on the brand awareness, on retention rates, because they have very loyal traffic. They are capturing a lot of high intent organic search. So I prefer to look in the holistic whole puzzle on the affiliate channel as also kind of a part of SEO traffic, SEO channel. It's something where we as operators will be never able to be like enough competitive with some very well established, highly Google ranked affiliates. So I hope it gives some light, like how I think about the things and what's my mindset.
Yeah, no, absolutely it does. And I guess it's fair to say then that affiliates with a certain stature are going to be well respected within this kind of triangle that you mentioned, because as you say, they're an important source.
I like to make certain methods and the rules we have in-house as like untouchable. So it basically guarantees the gentlemancy and also formal rules that we set with the affiliates to be like kept in the long run. So we establish like really long-term partnerships, very stable partnerships. There are certain things that are evolving as the industry is evolving. To name one on behalf of the others, probably change of the revenue share models and duration of the revenue share, which is always sensitive. We try to keep the things like in a very good and transparent fashion, not to surprise affiliate partnerships with unanticipated events, to put it that way.
Yeah.
And I think we do the things quite the right thing. It's always something to improve. We are very strict on ourselves, but the channel is growing. Is growing in the revenues. The cost ratio is I think in a good levels, good profitability, and it's getting also bigger and bigger percentage-wise on the overall pie of the revenues.
So yeah, as you say, kind of the importance of affiliates can't really be underplayed, really underestimated. Thanks very much for a lot of analysis so far. I've got a couple of kind of major topics to ask you still, but one of them, I think you if we go back to what you were saying earlier, actually, I want to ask about Gaming1's plans for this year and kind of what's new on the horizon. You mentioned already kind of a couple of brands and that kind of thing, but if you could talk more about what's coming up in the next kind of few months for you guys.
I think couple of really big milestones. We are adding another affiliate software into our portfolio beside currently use NetRefer. We're going to be using My Affiliates for expansion in US. We are eagerly awaiting the launch of the new states. We have like very strong joint venture with the established hospitality and gaming company, Delaware North in the US, and our betly.com brand will be present on couple of states soon. The affiliates there are very welcomed to join the board. Unfortunately, we know that there is a certain commercial limitation when it comes to rewards plans. There's only CPA model is possible in US currently, in most of the states, I think, as long as I know. So that's one thing. Second thing is start of 2 new European markets with a Circus brand. Again, we are always within 30 days since site is going live in the new geographical territory, launching also affiliate program. So everything is going to be announced on the Gaming1 affiliates.com website. And I think these are the key plans for next months when I speak about the Q1, Q2. When I look more long term, of course, FIFA World Cup. We want to boost specifically sports betting affiliates and sports betting affiliate channel part. We are quite established and strong on the casino side, but we want to build up on the road to the FIFA World Cup in November.
What are your, as you've mentioned the World Cup, obviously it's well, it's end of the year, so it's almost here really. Before we know it, probably will be the World Cup. In terms of your expectations for the tournament, do you think it's basically going to be the biggest betting event we've had? Because every major tournament, CEOs have said this is going to be the biggest one, and then sort of every couple of years it grows. And have you got any different expectations being in the winter, being given its slightly different location, or do you think no, it's going to be big?
I think it's going to be even a bigger growth event over event as we experienced with the Euro and FIFA championships over the past decades. I remember the first campaign I was working on was the Germany 2006 FIFA World Cup, and it's been like a whole different world in the gaming than what it is now. And I think one of the reasons why it's going to be even bigger is that it happens in November, which is one of the top months of the betting in Europe. We know all the reasons why the September, October, November is always the peak season. So I think it's going to be like cherry on top of the cake of the revenues for operators in 2022.
Sure. So the timing is going to benefit gaming even more, essentially.
I would say so.
Well, that's that. We've got plenty to look forward to on that basis, but also, Martin, everything you mentioned, Gaming1 sounds like got plenty to look forward to this year as well. A quick final question from me. Assuming ICE and LAC goes ahead, are you kind of has Gaming1 got any big plans for that show? And is it something that you're looking forward to, given that obviously we haven't had it for a couple of years now?
We've been waiting till our first appearance on affiliate fairs till 2019, July 2019, Amsterdam, if I remember correctly. It was our first exhibition for Gaming1 affiliates program. It was for a reason. I made sure that we firstly fix everything and set properly during the first 2 years before we are at the stage of like being able to promote ourselves to the wide audience and be present on such an exhibition floor. Definitely Amsterdam and London are the places that we plan to be and exhibit with a stand basically every year, if the current confusing situation in the world will allow us, for sure. So if it's April London this year, it's going to be April. Then Amsterdam follows. So yeah, we're definitely going to be there, and we saw rapidly growing interest. Maybe this is the place also to say thanks everybody who visited, and we spent really great and quality time with at Amsterdam September. A couple of months ago, we felt like if we grow our affiliate team by another 5 members, still everybody will be very busy because the interest is really growing. So it makes completely sense to be present.
Well, Martin, thanks very much for your time. Some great analysis, and maybe hope to see you at a couple of these shows as well. Hopefully they go ahead and we can see each other there.
And thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation, and happy to see you.
Likewise, thanks very much.
Thank you.